I think today I didn't really handle myself quite well, mentally, I would say. So basically that's it. I was just making unforced errors. Like, I don't know, I have to check the statistics. I think she won the match not because she played incredible, just because I made all of those mistakes from, like, if you look from the outside, kind of like from an easy ball.
The tennis world has just been rocked by a controversy that has nothing to do with titles, rankings, or classic rivalries. Instead, it's about something much deeper, something now forcing the entire WTA to confront serious questions about accountability. Coco Gauff has reportedly brought attention to remarks made by Aryna Sabalenka that many fans are labeling offensive, racist, and completely unacceptable. The reaction online has been explosive, and the situation has only intensified because the WTA has remained silent so far. Video clips and discussions are spreading rapidly across social media, fueling outrage among supporters and sparking heated debates within the tennis community. Fans are demanding answers. Players appear divided on the issue, and the organization that is meant to stand up for its athletes is facing growing criticism for acting as if nothing ever happened.
Yeah, that hurts. I mean, especially when you've been playing really great tennis during the whole week. You know, you've been playing against a lot of tough opponents, Olympic champion Iga, you know, and then you go out and you play really bad. Like, I don't know, I think if Iga would win me another day, I think she would go out today and she would get the win.
So what actually happened that night? And is the WTA keeping quiet about something it doesn't want the public to notice? Let's break it down. The evening originally looked like it would deliver nothing but top-tier tennis. The setting was the Wuhan Open, with a packed arena shining under powerful lights and thousands of fans ready for a thrilling semifinal showdown. On one side stood Coco Gauff, calm and focused, symbolizing the new generation of talent with both power and poise. Across the net was Aryna Sabalenka, intense, emotional, and sitting at the top of the world rankings. Spectators expected a fascinating contrast in styles and possibly another unforgettable battle between two elite players. At that moment, the energy in the stadium wasn't negative at all. It was the electric anticipation only dedicated tennis fans recognize before a big match begins. Cameras were rolling, commentators were ready, and supporters were eager to witness another chapter in a rivalry that had always seemed built on mutual respect. But as the night unfolded, that sense of respect was the first thing to fall apart.
Congratulations, Coco. When Aryna sat here, she said that she thinks if Iga had won her, she wins the thing today because of how the match turned up. Do you think the way you play today, you beat anyone? It doesn't matter who's on the other side of the net?
She said if Iga won, if I play Iga in the final.
She said that if we go, she didn't mention exactly winning you, but she said if Iga won me, she would win the thing.
I mean, I don't agree with that. I'm here sitting here, and last time I played, no, like to Iga or anything, but I played her and I won in straight sets. So, yeah, I don't think that's a fair thing to say.
The opening rallies were intense and thrilling to watch. Both players fired powerful ground strokes back and forth, refusing to give up even a single inch on the court. Coco Gauff's speed and sharp movement collided with Aryna Sabalenka's explosive power, creating the kind of battle that makes fans lean forward in their seats. Point after point, the tension kept building, and it felt like the match was heading toward a dramatic turning moment. No one in the arena could have predicted just how true that feeling would become, but not for the reasons anyone expected. By the time the night ended, the score, the aces, and the statistics would barely matter. What people would remember most were the words that reportedly came from Sabalenka in a heated moment. At first, the situation looked like a typical flash of frustration during a high-pressure match. Sabalenka had just missed an important point, sending a routine forehand long, and appeared to mutter something quietly to herself. Many viewers didn't even notice at the time, and commentators initially treated it as normal disappointment that athletes often show when momentum starts slipping away. But everything changed when a short clip from that moment began spreading rapidly across social media. Fans immediately began examining the moment in detail. The clip was slowed down, the sound was boosted, and people replayed it countless times trying to catch every word. What first seemed like a quick, forgettable moment on the court suddenly became the center of intense online scrutiny. Within hours, the video was spreading everywhere, with viewers debating what had actually been said. But as more people listened closely, many claimed the words they heard didn't sound like simple frustration from a competitor under pressure. To them, it sounded far more disturbing. And the reaction online quickly shifted from curiosity to outrage as fans argued that what was said went beyond the emotions of a tough match and crossed into something much uglier.
Because anything can really happen. And yeah, honestly, I mean, the way Aryna was playing the last few weeks, she was the favorite to win. So I think she was the best person that I could have played in the final. Her being #1 in the world, it was the best person to play. So I think I got the hardest matchup just if you go off stats alone. Obviously, Iga being a champion here.
Within just a few hours, the internet was in full meltdown mode. What first sounded like a quick, careless remark soon turned into something much more serious as viewers claimed the audio revealed a racial slur aimed at Coco Gauff. The moment, caught clearly on camera, spread across social media at lightning speed. Fans rushed to comment sections demanding answers and accountability, pushing hashtags like *#StandWithCoco* and *#End Racism in Tennis* into trending territory. The clip appeared everywhere, from TikTok to Twitter to Reddit, and the reaction was more than simple anger. Many supporters said they felt deeply disappointed and hurt. A sport that has long promoted an image of class, respect, and professionalism was suddenly facing accusations that exposed a far darker side. While the outrage continued to grow online, the WTA's response was noticeable for a different reason. There was none. No official statement, no announcement of a review, not even a brief acknowledgement of the controversy. For many fans watching closely, that silence ended up speaking far louder than any carefully written press release ever could.
You talk about the power of social media to help tell your story, but do you think at the end of the day you're still a little bit misunderstood for who you are?
No, I think nowadays people know me as a player and as a person. Like, I feel like people know that, okay, of course she's aggressive, she's passionate, she's focused, and she's fighting for her dream, but also, of course, she's fun and she's nice, she's chill, and she's a completely different person. So I think now people knows me. Maybe like that little situation after French Open, some people don't really understand the intensity of everything, and that you lose the final of the biggest tournament, and then you go to the media straight away, and you're so like frustrated, so like pissed on yourself, and you're just trying to figure what just happened, and you don't think clean, and then you make this comment, and people go like, like they forget completely about like who you are. Like the rest of the
commentators who had followed tennis for decades admitted they were genuinely shocked by what they were seeing unfold. Analysts who rarely show strong reactions on air suddenly sounded stunned, struggling to process the controversy spreading across the sport. At the same time, subtle signs of tension began appearing within the player community. A few athletes quietly unfollowed Aryna Sabalenka on social media, while others posted vague but pointed messages about respect, professionalism, and the values that sports are supposed to represent. As the backlash continued to grow, fans started asking a difficult question that the WTA could not ignore forever. What should happen when one of the sport's biggest stars appears to cross a serious line? Meanwhile, the viral clip kept gaining attention, and the tennis world slowly split into two camps. Many supporters demanded immediate consequences and accountability, while a smaller group tried to defend Sabalenka, arguing that the moment might have been misunderstood or taken out of context. Yet for a large portion of the audience watching the footage again and again, the feeling remained the same. They believed there was no misunderstanding at all.
See someone fail and like take it as the main thing, So after that, I also had to sit back and reflect on everything and apologize and make sure that people understand my point, that it was just, I was over emotional, I was completely wrong. So after that also took me a little while to explain myself a little bit better, but now I think people understand me even better. And also it was a tough lesson, but it helped me a lot
in so many different ways. And right now I don't feel like people still misunderstand me. I feel like now they know me even better.
The audio, according to many viewers online, sounded unmistakably clear, and that only intensified the growing outrage surrounding the situation. For years, there had already been quiet debates about how the WTA handled issues related to race and player accountability, but this moment seemed to push that tension to a breaking point. Fans and commentators began saying the organization now faced a critical test, one that would reveal whether it was willing to confront a controversy of this scale directly. The pressure for a response kept building with every passing hour, and many believed silence was no longer a realistic option. Yet, despite the growing storm of reactions across social media and the tennis world, the response from the WTA remained the same. They said nothing, and that quiet approach only made the situation feel even louder.